So now you said you met Game through Kanye.
Yeah, I
Now,
met Game through Kanye.
so now how did that
It was just part of that 3 years. So we're working on, as you know, Game did. I mean, Kanye produced Dreams for Game on the documentary album. I
yeah.
played the keys. I played the strings. Dream.
Oh,
I played
yeah,
that.
yeah.
But by this time, I'm a little frustrated. So I'm like, you know what? I'm not just gonna sit and just keep taking keyboard credits.
Yeah.
I'm gonna, when we're in the presence of somebody else, I'm gonna introduce myself as not just like I did, just like this 8 game. I don't only play keys, bro. I produced too. Kanye went out the room. I had a conversation, and from there, I didn't get nothing on that album, but the very next album, I got a production credit on Game, um, which was his Doctor's Advocate album,
Okay.
and I did the very first song called "Looking at You"
Okay.
um, on that album. The very first opening, and everybody swore Dr. Dre did it because it was just that.
Huh.
It was that. Yeah, it was that. And from then, I gained a relationship, and I started veering out, and I started doing production. And once you get that, it it, it multiplies. And from that, after that, shortly after that, I did Neo,
Okay.
um, 2 songs on his debut album.
Okay.
Yeah, and then from that, it solidified a relationship with Game. And after that, first album that I was a part of was I was a part of the documentary, and then I was a part of Doctor's Advocate, and then the very next project, I was so in that I executive produced that whole album, the LAX album. I was
Oh
all
wow.
over it. You know what I mean?
And then you're also his music director.
Yeah, for live. So after about
MD.
10 years, he wanted to do a 10-year anniversary, and they hired me to do the band. And
Okay.
ever since then, so this is the 20th year. So over 10 years, I've been his MD and traveling the world and
Okay.
doing live
So
shows. And
so now as an MD, what is the your actual responsibility?
I'm in charge of the band. I am like Delarice said, you are in charge of the girls.
I'm in
Like
charge
Eddie,
of the
I'm in
band.
charge. Yeah, I'm in charge of the band. So anything to do with like the repertoire, making sure the musicians are on time, making
Okay.
sure that they have the music to learn, making sure my vision, Game's vision goes through me, and my vision is dispersed through the band, and we
Okay.
as a collective,
The
uh,
levels and all of that too.
levels, engineering, um, all that. When it comes to,
So you hired the engineer. You gotta.
well, Game uses a lot of the house engineers and
Okay.
lighting dudes at the venues.
Okay.
Um, Now I'm Xzibit's music director now, and
Okay.
Xzibit is a lot more hands-on when it comes to that. So I handpicked his sound guy who handles the monitors and the in
Okay.
ears and all that stuff for him. So it just depends on the artist how intricate.
Exhibit is
Yeah,
people don't know, like he's like a quiet billionaire
well, man, Xzibit
on
is,
that cannabis thing, ain't he?
yeah, he getting it. Xzibit is getting it, but a great guy, man. He couldn't
Yeah.
happen to a greater guy. Really cares about his team.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So and now, um, have you worked with Dr. Dre?
I have. I worked hand in hand with Dr. Dre in 2000, I think 2000, around 2009. He was working on Doctor's, not Doctor, he was working on Detox. And I auditioned. They called me for audition. Um, Passed the audition, and I worked with him about a month straight, side by side, every day, going in and just creating music.
Oh, word.
Yeah. So that was dope. That was dope, and I most recently met with Dre and presented an artist to him. He had some interest in, but a couple of things didn't work out. But we have a good rapport
Okay.
and an open door. So that's all I could ask for. You know.
That's the biggest.
Yeah.
So now, what is it like working with him? Is like his energy in the studio is
He just knows what he wants, and he's not gonna stop until he get it.
okay.
Point blank simple. Like if it's a part that he think he can get better, he's going to do what he needs to do to get better.
Is he
to
like?
make
Is it like super serious and like vigorous work, or is he like fun and?
it just depends on the person and
Okay.
how fast you get the part. You know what I mean?
Okay.
If you taking like 5 hours, it may get a little bit frustrating.
Okay.
In my experience,
Okay.
with others, but we would go in, bro. It was super simple. We would go in maybe 11 o'clock, and by 3 o'clock we was done for the day. Just
Daytime or night?
daytime.
Okay.
Weekends, he wanted to spend weekends at home,
Okay.
so it wasn't, you know.
And does he work during the day? He works more in the day, or is he still late night too?
I think he's a more daytime guy,
Okay.
but now he's working out of his house.
Okay.
Yeah, he's working out of his house, so he does what he wanted. He's trying to find something to inspire him. Actually, at this point.
Okay.
Yeah.
So now I've recently heard Wack say, and we was talking about it earlier.
Mm-hmm.
He was saying that there's only 2 people in the game that can help recreate samples and make it sound like the original, and he named you as one of them.
That's a compliment. Shout out to Wack, man. That's a compliment.
So now, like, do a lot of people use you for that?
I've been known to be able to take a sample and not interpolate, you know what I mean, not infringe upon the copyright, just kind of interpolate, but stay close to it.
Yeah.
It's an art.
Yeah.
Staying close to it. And I was just finna get
Yeah.
the game away.
Yeah. Exactly.
Stay close to it, but far enough away to where it doesn't infringe, and you able to get that song shipped right through. You know what I mean? And
Yeah, that's a beautiful.
Yeah.
It's a beautiful art.
Yeah.
So now, can you tell us the story behind producing Dreams for the game? What was going on in the room that day?
Dreams for the game. It was a simple session. Like, Game wasn't actually in the room when we was doing it. Like that was a part of the Kanye body of work, that he would put on something, and my job was to contribute to it, not mimic, but let me be creative enough to add something to it. So I kind of lent from the actual sample, and I just added my flavor to it, and it ended up on Game's album.
Now, how many Kanye records, since you was there in the beginning, with certain songs, did you like hear it with another artist first, and then it came out with somebody else, but you heard the record with?
You know what? Not too many, because you got to think, this was part of the highlight of his career in the beginning.
Yeah.
So to even secure Kanye for a project, they was taking everything. So it wasn't a lot of, like, it was a lot of making stuff from scratch. And we made this for you, you're doing the record.
Okay.
You know what I mean? So it wasn't a bunch of stuff that he was trying to peddle and let me take this off and send it like we was cooking. Cook to order.
Oh wow.
Yeah. So
he was dishing them out like hotcakes.
Dishing them out. So there's levels, man, and that's another thing that I learned. Like, some people think they've arrived very, very prematurely. A lot of artists, they get in their own way. So I've seen it at the highest level. I've seen how this game really goes, and you're never there until you're at that point to where whatever I make, thank you, sir, thank you, and they're off, and they're hit records.
Huh. Now, I know you done been in some iconic sessions. What's some studio sessions that like blew your mind, just being in?
Just being in. Scarface is one of my all-time favorite artists, but like to actually have Scarface right here in this room. So the most iconic sessions are ones that are personal. So for me to be able to befriend you, and then now I have you in my own home and we're making music, and it goes on your album, and like you're arguably one of the best top 5 rappers of all time. Yeah. Those sessions right here. Another session, Neo session, happened right here in the same room. So those are the most ones that wow me. The ones I'm able to foster a friendship and a relationship with you and get you to come to my house and we make history
Neil
here.
came here?
Yeah, Neil came here.
Okay.
Yeah.
Go ahead, Neil in South Central.
Yeah.
Which artist challenged you the most creatively, and how did you step up to the moment?
Um, I would have to say Scarface.
Scarface.
Scarface. Stepping up to the moment was just being that big of a fan, and I wanted to make history. So if he would have you do a version of a song, and if he don't like it, okay, start over.
Huh.
Or he just will walk away from it, and you know, like, okay, well, maybe that ain't it. Let me do what I need to do because he will go to somebody else. So not wanting to be that. Another one is Game too. Game, I would have to say, because working on Game projects, one night I'm in competition with Pharrell. I'm in competition with Kanye. I'm in competition with High Tech. All the greats. Timberland. He don't care. He just want the hottest song, and he could look. I can look. He has this board, right? Maybe 16 songs. You come in and like, yes, I got 8 songs on the album. The next day you come in, you got 2.
Damn.
Work it up, and you do the record, and a week working on something, and then I come back the next day. Yeah, I got 4 on there now. And you come back the next day, you had none. Because it changes that fast. Timberland me done submitted something, and it's hotter than yours, and then yours is coming off the list. So imagine how stressful that is for a whole year. Because if you tap out and start doing something else, the album changes and it shifts. So what you did in the beginning doesn't even fit the body of work no more.
Damn, that is stressful.
Yeah, it's stressful. And I was in there like 300 consecutive days working. That's when I got that executive producer credit, I earned every bit of it. Because I was in there. But not even that, like other artists would send their stuff and I would have to play on it to make it cohesive to the rest of the body of work.
That's one thing I've noticed about Game. It seems like he's a very loyal, like a real dude. Like once, if you were part of his team, like he really for you.
He will give you the opportunity.
Yeah.
He's not gonna hand you nothing, but he will give you the opportunity.
That's positive.
Mm-hmm.
Now, how many doors has he opened up for you? You feel?
I feel like the opportunity alone allowed me to walk through some doors. Not necessarily him opening the doors, but just using allowing me to use his platform has opened a bunch of doors. But it's up to you to take the moment and apply yourself to seek opportunity.